So to develop NQ, you just take what you have, the capital gain, the capital that you had before you were born. It will be with you at the time of birth, and it will continue to be with you unless you use it to maximize, to multiply it, okay? It won't grow any further than 3% or 4% or whatever percent that you had on the day you're born. I told you already, I mean, the majority of people have only 3, 4, 5% of NQ. Why? Because that's what they had when they were born. They were born with it, and then they don't have a chance to develop. They can develop. The more you are exposed to the touching sense, of the needy, of the suffering, the more you feel your compassion being touched. And then you want to do something for that person or that animal person or that situation.
It's not eggs! It's violence! It's not honey! It's violence! Humane meat is alive! Animals do not want to die!
And then that's how your NQ grow up, like the interest rates in the bank. You see what I mean?
Yes.
You can have the capital, just put in the bank doing nothing, or you can invest it, yeah? You can do business with it, and then it will grow. So HQ and NQ can be developed. It's inborn, but then it can be developed. And like everything else, the more you use it, the more you have it. It's funny. Not like the more you use it, the more you don't have anymore. It's not like that. It's not like money. The more you give, the more you don't have. Yeah, but it's not material things. These things. The more you use, the more you have. So saints are developed from ordinary people. It's like that. It's not like everybody was born with 300% of NQ. Oh, there are such people. Not in our group, except one person. Yeah, for example, in our group we have maximum one person. The maximum at the moment is 60% NQ. Many of you have only 3, 4, 5, 6, 10%, 15, 20, 30%. It's very good already. But you are expanding it. You see, that's the difference. Because you are exposed to the teaching. It's like nourishment for the NQ. If you're exposed to some other different situations, your NQ might even be less or just stand still. Yeah? If you are exposed to noble teachings and you know how to do it, you get about to do it, and then it really becomes real. Maybe first you don't feel so much, but it will become real. Because if you're really touched by the sense of suffering, then you really want to do something. And your love really awakens in your heart. That is when NQ begins to germinate and grow more and more. Okay? Yeah. But meanwhile, at least you do something. Even if you don't feel so touched. But suppose you exchange the position, like you are that suffering person. What would you like to have? Then it's very clear to you. Yeah? If a person in an earthquake and they injure, of course they need medicine. Or their house is lost, of course they want a tent at least. They want water. They want clothes because they lost everything. Just exchange your position, then you know exactly what to do and how you feel. Even if you don't feel exactly like the person who is affected, you begin to be more identified with each other. You'll be one with each other, and then you will feel more and more what other people feel. You see? But God will put a break somewhere so that you don't suffer too much. Otherwise, if you suffer like everybody else overwhelmingly, then you cannot bear. I mean, the inside feeling, and you cannot bear. Oh, I'm surprised. I'm not really surprised. That the people who people revere a lot, at the top of religious orders, don't have that much NQ. Also not enough, not much HQ, human quality. Because if they are just there from birth or from inheritance, or from tradition, then that doesn't develop their noble quality or compassion. Compassion and noble quality have to be in real life, real action. real exposure to suffering. I mean, not yourself maybe, but to see somebody else suffer. Yeah? And then something will be awakened in you, the love that is pure and unconditional, a true love. Then your NQ will develop. Even if you're not doing anything much for that person of suffering, just your sympathy, your desire to do something. Even you cannot do anything, but your desire to do something to lessen the suffering of that person in front of you, that is already a good potential nutrition for your NQ. Yeah? Okay. So do not feel afraid of suffering, or do not feel afraid to help other people, because it's only good for you.